Okay, normally I do say I one shot one everything and edit, but this time I'm just not gonna edit anything. I'm gonna say and run through a bunch of stories I had because I thought, you know what, that was missing from my last episode. So I'm just gonna run through all these stories as I remember them. First and foremost, my meme videos. Holy smokes, dude! I honestly think I came up with CWA Hell before it was CWA Hell. Like me going up to King Richard and so I would go up to King Richard in this video, and I told him I don't remember the whole thing. I'm sure you can still find it on Facebook that one, but it's like I'm gonna two stock style you, and it's basically copying where this guy goes up to dudes and he says he's gonna smash their wife, long dick style. So that was just my style of it in Smash, and he was just completely unprepared. I never told people I was making any of these videos. That cracked me up. There's one with No Chill. I like No Chill. I won't even really go into what it was. And I actually recently found the videos for that again, and I have them. And I would only really show it to select few who already know of the video. And I know this is kind of wishy-washing around it, and if you don't know, you don't know. Sorry, but No Chill, I like you. I ain't gonna release those anymore. But I did one on No Chill. I swear, I think he thought I hated him at the time or something. Didn't hate him. I would actually just meme on everyone. And I swear to God, I trolled everyone or made everyone mad at least once. I know everyone's been mad at my KO punch before, but I've trolled almost all of Sequel at some point. So that one was pretty good. There's a Snapchat video I have. I might post that one up where I'm at Taylor's and I was introducing him. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "That's my girlfriend," or something like that. And he gives the most awkward look to the camera, and it just snaps right there, like comedic end. Bah! So, dude, all those videos I used to make, it was just for fun. I would love to troll people. It would be really, really fun. I remember going to Seattle with all the homies, and we were waiting for ramen, and we were playing like a bunch of games, like the up, down, left, right, look, where like you point and someone looks, and we were waiting for like 2 hours, and like maybe like 10 minutes before we're able to get noodles. I don't remember who. Someone from Grandview was like, "Yeah, I just don't want to do this anymore." And I swear it wasn't that long before they would get noodles, and a lot of those dudes just got screwed out of eating noodles. And I was like, "Shush!" I went. I enjoyed it. I know Neos went, and he enjoyed it, and a lot of people who actually got to eat it. It's delicious. I love it. Danbo Ramen. If you go to Seattle, we go every time. Me, Jason, Jesse. I think our record, me and Jason, in 2 days went like 3 or 4 times. So no, I really, really recommend that. Um, there was this one time, I think at Port or whatever in Seattle, where we were at like the top level of a college. This guy was like kind of like smirking when he saw me pick Little Mac, and then I honestly proceeded to like two stock and like three stock him. And he seemed like he kind of knew what he was doing, but he didn't know the matchup that well or my playstyle. And he was fucking furious, dude. His friend tried to like talk him up, and he was like, "Dude, I'm losing to a little Mac." I was like, "Yeah, dude, catch a cell." Oh man. Oh, there's this one player who was in Eastern, and everyone knows him. I think even uh they made a meme video about him having like the worst handshakes, right? So at the time this was Smash 4, and I beat him. And he goes to talk to his friend, and he gives me, well, first off, he gives me that handshake. It was the worst fucking handshake I ever had. Dude, honestly, I judge you as a man if you give me a handshake like that. Like, I judge you as a human being if you give me a weak ass handshake. Like, just man up, give your handshake or fist bump or whatever you do, and take your L. I don't think there's ever been a time in my life where I lost and I didn't give a handshake. Like, that's just the dumbest thing ever. So he gives me a shitty handshake, and then he goes ahead and just like tells his friend, "Oh, dude, it's because he was playing a low tier. How am I supposed to know the matchup?" And I was like, "Dude, like how can you make those excuses? Like that was to me the biggest John I've ever heard. Is like, what do you what do you want from me? Like what? I don't. You're playing a low tier. You got to know how to beat them for one, and for two, they're not good. They're But yeah, he was salty, and I just smacked him around. Um, took ownership of him, and that it is what it is. I took the W. Um, so I would have these tournaments, and they're never gonna happen again. It's just impossible going forward. They were called Smashed at Jose's. I think I had like three or four. I don't. They all blur at this point because it was getting smashed at Jose's, right? So the first one happens, and we have an amazing CWA podcast. If you go back and listen to that, it's the dumbest thing you'll ever hear. And I know Johnny knows it. He might be able to link it or something if you ever ask him. But so it's essentially all of us older smashers getting into my house and buying a bunch of booze and having a bracket. And the first time, what I really remember, and there's a reason one of them is called Chichon's Revenge. It's because Chichon ended up drinking so much, dude, that I found him like a college girl, sorority girl. And he was drinking what is it, Red Orchards too, so it was really like a sorority girl. He was just draped across my toilet. Vomit? I think vomit was on my walls, dude. Like how do you actually get vomit on my walls? Like I thought that was a meme. I thought like that being everywhere is a meme. Just fucking. Anyways, I see him, Jesse, and I'm just there, and I just kind of stare for a while. This was before I was married and had a kid and whatnot, so I was just more of a bachelor, and I was just like standing there looking. I was like, "What the fuck?" Not that I hate Chichon or anything, but just like the situation, just it's crazy. I mean, I know we're all drinking, but I didn't expect that. Um, so he helps him out for the entire night. I don't remember what else happens. I just drank a bunch more. And then at some point, this cat, I don't know why. I think just because he must have got vomit on himself. He's on my couch, just no pants on, just chilling on my couch. And I'm like, all right, well, this was a successful Smash of Jose's one. I think part two happened when tournament couldn't run, and I was like, "Fuck it, get everyone to my house." I don't really think we drank much that time. It was more of just a really big tournament, with a lot more of the like the normal people you'd see at a normal sunken. And then the third one was Chichon's Revenge. And I think that was either the last one or second to last one, and that had everyone you can think of, dude. All the big like older Smash players just were there. We were all chilling, like holy smokes. I don't even know how many people we bumped into my house. This wasn't using my entire house, by the way. Like at the time I was renting some rooms to some friends. But like this was probably most of the house. And we had so many setups. Like, dude, I don't know how I made it work. I don't even know how I thought it was a good idea, but we were all getting trashed. I mean, there was like eggnog vodka. There was pizza everywhere. People were just eating. I used to make food all the time too, like beef stew. I think I had beef stew or pizza or one of those. And it was just food and beer and smash and just everyone in like a tiny place. It was honestly awesome. You're not gonna get that again, at least anytime soon, with the issue we're having. Um, and you just had to be there. That was that was another experience, man. It was wonderful. I loved it. Uh, at that time was the only time I ever had to cut off someone. I'll say this to the end of my time. um, there was stuff thrown on the floor. There was just a bunch of food. I mean, it was a fun time. Not that bad of a cleanup, to be honest, because I was cleaning up here and there. So overall, I loved it. I loved Smash those days. It was something I can't replicate. I had a tournament where I really hated the stage list, and then I just made a tournament, kind of to give back to Boys and Girls Club, and everyone came, and I'm glad everyone came because I thought it was gonna be like no one coming, but we did end up having like 20 entrants. So props to y'all for coming and supporting that. Really love y'all. That was when I brought it. I don't remember how I did it, but I know Johnny had did something for Smash, and then he wasn't really in Smash. And I swear, you guys got to give me credit for that one. I brought in Johnny for the scene and like really made him a part of the team. Obviously, Johnny does everything he does because he does everything he does, and I'm not taking credit for his work. But I swear to God, I brought him in, man. I was the one to really be like, yeah, dude, come on in. Our community is great. Just stay here, and you'll probably love it. So that was that tournament. One thing I would take away from that tournament is that like doubles really should have an expanded list. There's so many stages that would work in doubles that don't work in singles that just make it play way more fun, way more enjoyable. You don't need just perfect stages, guys. There can be some issues, like you, especially in doubles where there's just more action and it's geared towards you guys fighting much more. I'm still not saying have a like a mushroom Mew because I honestly think that's too massive no matter what. But maybe like a Rainbow Cruise where it's actually a really good size. There is one wall that's kind of an issue, but come on, guys, like we could just play. Like it's really not that big of an issue. I swear some smashers are the whiniest people I've ever met. But um, let me try to remember a couple. If I don't end up remembering, just off the top of my head, I'll go ahead and just end the video because I don't want a long stretch of this. Like I said, I'm literally not gonna cut this at all. It's just gonna be me posting the picture above this, rendering it and uploading it. I remember, and I'm not trash talking Sebastian, but if you go look at me versus Sebastian at a middle ground, dude, the last stock, I just absolutely smoked him. And I honestly think it's because Sebastian had a lot of pressure at the time. And I think from what I've been seeing, he's been going to other places and doing way better. And so that's really good for him. But I will have it note that I absolutely smashed Sebastian for one stock on stream. I love you, Sebastian. No trash talk, but it did happen. I swear to God, I've gotten everyone in CWA mad at my KO punch. I've seen people leave. I've seen people say this shit's stupid, and I mean they're my friends, but it is stupid. I agree. But I have to take advantage of it. I mean that's my character. It'd be dumb of me not to take advantage of it. There was this one time this fox was camping me in Smash 4, and he was really, I guess, known in Idaho. He was part of their PR or something, and he came to a sunken. And he was I think it was 1-1 and he was camping me the whole time. And I had the percents decently close and I think at the end he still had a percent lead on me, but he ends up doing the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like I saw him off stage and I was like, dude, from this position he has to recover in a weird way. So he recovers high and I just follow him and it was like 5-4, like those hype moments you see. And at like 2, I hit him with an up smash. At 1, he goes to the screen, and then at 0, he KOs, and I win. And I'm like, dude, don't try to camp me. Like, I know a lot of people try to camp me, but I swear I have a really high winning record against people camping me. It's just your playstyle becomes super obvious. It's like you're playing stall on Pokemon. Like you're gonna get clapped because I know what you want to do. But yeah, I hit him at like 2 seconds and I ended up smoking him. Oh, this is a decent one. So a lot of people, haven't had a win against me, or if they did, it came very late. Just because, like I said, I was pretty relevant for the longest time, and for a lot of people, I would be one of their walls that they had to like beat. And so I've had multiple times where, especially in Smash 4, where I was just way better in terms of skill. I had multiple people like be on the verge of just beating me and they don't finish the edge guard. And with Little Mag, if you literally just finish the edge guard, it's GG's. Like you could go out there and contest them with like a bear, an air or something. As long as you get them far away enough or you contest them early enough, you'll probably end up winning that, especially in Smash 4. So I remember one time it was a Cloud player. I like him as a person. I just can't remember his tag. And he pops off as he gets like an F smash or up smash or something that would normally kill. And my DI, by the way, is immaculate. I don't normally die early. So you have to expect to kill me either at the right percent or maybe a little bit later than usual. And so I'm DIing. I'm like keeping my head in the game. And he jumps up and he pops off. And I'm like, I didn't die, dude. Like in my head, I'm like, I didn't die. And surely enough, as I see the screen, I didn't die and have a chance to recover. And so I think his friends tell him or something. He's like, dude, get back, you didn't die. And I swear I even told him like, dude, I didn't die. You might want to come back. So I get back to the stage, and that would have been his first time beating me. And he was a good player, by the way. He had notable wins. I think he beat Mark, and he was the one who made Mark do a whole rant about something. But yeah, I get back on stage and I end up winning, and I'm like I feel bad as a person, but as a player, I'm like, that's maybe the dumbest mistake you can make. In Smash 4, Chiz, I actually touted him as being really good, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna be the next big player. His fundamentals are just too good. The way he plays, it just makes too much sense. He's just bogged down by Smash 4 and a bad character. And so in Smash 4, he didn't have a win against me either, but he had some solid reads on one tournament. And again, dude, again, he gets me off stage, but he keeps his eye on the screen, right? And I don't know if it was just him expecting me to die or not, but I ended up not dying same way. And he goes in for the late nair on my side B, and at that point, just take stage control, and just don't worry about it because I was way too close to the edge. But he does a super late one to where my side B hits him, it lets me recover, and then he gets stage spiked, and I don't think he could. Actually, back then you could tech everything, but he gets stage spiked, and I end up winning, and I'm just like, dude, all you had to do was either continue to follow my kill or just just nair or whatever. And so he did that, and I was like, oh man, that sucks, but you got to follow through. I mean, we're all playing competitively. I'm not going to give you a chance that, like, me as a competitor, I'm not going to give you a chance that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes sense. Like, if you ended up having, I don't know, a stroke or something, yeah, we could play later or something and have a real match. But if it's due to your error, no chance. Love Chiz, love all these players. Not trying to talk trash. Just, I mean, some stuff you have to follow through on. There was a good one. I'm gonna try to cycle through right now and just talk so I can kind of remember what I was gonna say. It had to do with Chiz beating me. That's not it. Again, I don't want to have too much dead time, so if I can't remember it, I might just post it or something. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. I know one time we went up to Iwa and we kind of destroyed them. I took like 6 stocks. KB had like he ended up being on a Smash channel, I'm almost sure, for the way he killed someone. And we kind of just destroyed them because they didn't take any Tri-Cities players, and shoot, I forgot his name. I think it starts with a J. He's a super cool guy. He's really, really freaking funny. He was known for being an EWA. I don't know if he is now because he went to Seattle for a time. Oh, and now I feel bad because that dude cracks me up. But anyways, he chose all of us, and yeah, we kind of just demolished them. He played Rosalina at the time, but yeah, we demolished them. Oh, Jason. This wasn't it, but I remember this. Jason would team with a lot of good players. And honestly, I would just call him like a bandwagoner because he would just team with like all the good players. And I'm like, whatever. But he would team with Jesse too. And I think at one point he didn't team with Jesse, and I was like, "Isn't that your teammate partner?" And he just decided to go with a higher player. And I was like, "All right, Jesse, let's team." And we did good for a while. And one of the Sunkens, I don't remember which one. I really should look it up. But one of the Sunkens, we ended up winning. And so that was amazing. Like me and Jesse just slapping people in dubs. It wasn't like a crazy big tournament, but we did take it. So that was pretty cool. I always loved dubs. I teamed with Julio. I ended up taking one, and I teamed with who else did I team with? Sapo, and I ended up taking one. Yeah, I love teams. If you ever catch me playing again, it'll probably be in teams because I love to play in teams and just working with someone. I played with Red Mute recently. We actually did really, really well, especially for not having practice. We were able to come together pretty well. He had a GOAT performance, by the way. He was able to, it was 1 stock to 2 against Titan and Keto, and they're a pretty solid team. Um, and he ended up taking both of their stocks and clutching out that game for us. And I was like, shush. that was like a beastly performance from Red Butte. You know what I mean? Oh, my first tournament at Grandview, I remember was like at Shakey's or something. That's the one I remember. Actually, no, there was one before then that was a little bit closer at some game store. Um, and I did play doubles against I think Joel and Emilio even back then, and I ended up getting clapped, but I don't think I had a static teammate at the time. But the one I remember more clearly is Shakey's. Oh, actually, no offense to Eric, but I remember that was the time when I was like winning a lot or winning almost everything in Sunken. So pretty early. And we went and I was winning in Singles a lot. It was winter. It was grand finals. I was on winner side, and I think I was up like 2-0 against Eric. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of bored. I'm just gonna play Dr. Mario. And I hadn't played Dr. Mario a lot, but I knew a lot of his tricks. And so I, I don't remember what Eric said, but he had like a John of the era, um, where it was something like the noise or something that just come on, everyone has to play with, and you played with the entire tournament. Um, but yeah, I ended up beating him with Dr. Mario and taking the tournament on that one. Um, on the Shakies one, I remember seeing Peace. I remember seeing um, Joel. I remember seeing Emilio, and I remember seeing Four Eyes. I don't remember if I took it from Four Eyes or if Four Eyes took it from me. I want to say I won the first time we ever played, and then later he would beat me, but I can't remember that fully. I know for sure I beat Peace, and he was an interesting character, and we played each other. And I want to say I beat him at the time, but I could see like, oh, he has a lot of cool ideas here. I played a Link who was really, really, he had nasty kill setups. I mean, he would kill me so early as Little Mac. Little Mac weighed much less, but he would kill me at like 60, 70. I'm like, Jesus, this is gonna be a rough matchup. Ended up winning that, but just barely. I think his name was like Puppet Master or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but I want to say it was something like that. Emilio, Emilio, I ended up having a winning record on in Smash Ultimate, and I will take that to my grave because we will likely not play again in tournament. So Emilio, if you're listening to this one, 6'5", homie, 6'5". um, yeah, I gotta cut it short actually here. If I somehow remember more, I'll go ahead and make another one, but I'll cut it a little bit short here. I need to get going and render this and upload and do a lot of my other morning stuff. Learn about taxes. Woohoo! But anyways, I'm glad you guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the story.